Groundhog's Day?
Must feel like it a little to you, doesn't it?
Well, one step forward and I would say 2 steps back, but that was 5 steps back. That was awful. Tip your cap to Lopiano, and the left-hander was awesome, or we weren't just worthy of competing. But it wasn't just that we didn't get hits and didn't get production. It was the type of we didn't hit balls hard at all. I mean, one-handed swings with less than two, and we walked the leadoff hitter defensively, and the Warren does a move that I warned him not to do, and he just went ahead and did it. And so it's frustrating. You can tell in my voice, I guess, I'm frustrated that we got to do things better.
What was the difference in Warren's two moves, though? I mean, it was just a
One, he just picked it up and put it down, didn't gain enough ground. Of course, I had my head kind of down. Well, actually, I was looking at the runner to see if he was going to run. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I did ask the umpire, and he said he didn't gain enough ground. So that's the danger in putting those kind of things on, or a left-hander having a real good moves with a guy at third. Sometimes you go too far and it's a balk. And I think he probably got the call right, to be honest with you, Bob.
You had said against UC Santa Barbara, you gave up a run in the first, and you saw the dugout kind of sag a little bit, kind of disappointed. Are you seeing that kind of body language from them when they give up an early run still, or do you think that that's kind of gotten out of the system a little bit?
I think it's disappointing when you walk the leadoff hitter and that costs you. I don't think it was a thing like 2 games ago where I thought, wow, 1 run seems like 20. I thought last night might have taken care of that. The problem with today is the process with which we came back yesterday. We just totally got away from that, and hooking and one-handed swings, as I said, roll over. Even our 2 hits were soft hits. One a rollover through the middle, and one a rollover through the 4-3 hole. And we didn't stay behind the ball. Unfortunately, Kasser, who did a tremendous job of that yesterday, was injured today and couldn't do it. And maybe we made a coaching mistake not playing Bennett, who had positive at bats yesterday. So we're all in this thing together. It's real easy for me to blow my guys up, and ultimately I'm accountable and responsible for the way the team plays, and the team played crummy this weekend, in my opinion, and that's my fault.
You said poor at bats, kind of rolling the ball over and things like that. Is that pressing too hard? Is that bad at bats? What do you attribute that to? What's the cause of that?
It's bad at bats. It's not how they're trained. It's lack of discipline, in my opinion, and there's a good saying, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Unfortunately, we're suffering from the pain of regret right now. We're regretting that I think the players would say they gave some at bats away today. And just like we gave away David Peterson throwing 111 pitches in 6 innings isn't the way we teach pitching either. And he was trying too hard to finish guys off and all that kind of stuff. So we're in a little bit of a funk, and we did, like I told Bob, we took a step forward yesterday of what we thought, and that's how it feels, and that's how it looks, and then unfortunately we took 2 steps back today.
What did you say to David on those 2 mound visits in the 3rd and the 4th to get out of those jams?
Just what I kind of said. He was pitching fine until he got ahead, and it was almost like he was trying to have that little extra to finish hitters off because of the results of it being a guy at third, and he ended up hitting a guy and walking a guy, and I just wanted him not to change too much. You pitch differently when you have count leverage, but not try so hard that he loses his location.
Was it a little bit of you just didn't want it to get any farther? You brought Nogo in that early?
Well, we hadn't used him, and that's the luxury on Sunday that, he only went 27 pitches, so I'm sure he'll be available on Tuesday up in Seattle. But I guess the second guess would be if I leave Brack in there or Bennett in there when Nogo's got a fresh arm and can probably use 30 or 40 bullets. And as good as he is and an All-American, not taking anything away from Bennett or Warren, I would have second-guessed myself had I not brought Nogo in, at least give our team wasn't looking like they were going to put up some crooked numbers, so I didn't want it to get any worse, so get farther behind.
A couple weeks on the road now. Thoughts as you head up there?
Their park's pretty much the same as this, so it's not like we're going to Arizona or California where some of the ground balls are more forgiving and different things like that. Washington's got a great pitching staff, and they're off to a good start. And so It's not going to get any easier, and we're sitting there feeling sorry for ourselves. It's not going to be the right plan or process to get it going in a good way. This is obviously a tough, not the way we envisioned starting our conference, 1-2 against a team that, who knows? No disrespect to Utah, but they're probably not going to be a contender at the end of the deal.
What pitching? Everybody just moves up a day. You'll stay with the same
Yes.
order on
Yeah,
the weekend.
that was one of the reasons I didn't want to go too far with Crook and Petey's. Everybody will have one day's fewer rest. So
Do you know what you'll do Tuesday? Pitching.
Robin will start, probably Johnny Staff, so that we have guys available for the weekend as well. We got to win every game we can, but the conference sure is a more important to have our best pitchers ready for the conference.
I know you're not happy maybe with the leadoff walk or Peterson being in those jams, but if you look at the total weekend pitching, isn't that almost pitching that could sweep a series for you?
Yeah, Bob, but you know what? Whether it's Utah or anybody else, this is a tough park to, the 2 and 3, the 5 runs off Crook, some of that was walks and some of that was them just putting the crummy infield hits and getting the most out of them. Not very much. It wasn't like they hit him hard. Hit one ball hard in that 3-run inning, and the bottom line is the biggest stat is wins, and we were 1-2. So the fact that the team came back yesterday and back to staff, as we like to say, and did we pitch great? No. Did we pitch well enough to maybe win all 3? Yeah, maybe. Maybe if we were a little better offensively, but heck. Rose for them on Friday is a Team USA candidate. He's on our board for the team that I'm coaching. And he had as good a changeup as anybody in the country. So it's easier said than done to get runs off that guy. He's got Friday Pac-12 stuff, and he was a tough challenge, and we weren't worthy of that.
Thanks, Jim.
Okay.